Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the webinar. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes for more participants to join in, and then we'll start. Okay, we'll wait for 1 more minute. All right, we'll start. Hello, everyone. Good morning once again, and welcome to the fourth webinar of Lodha Genius Ashoka University program. Before we start with the webinar, I'll quickly introduce myself. I'm Prasenjit. I work as the program manager for the LG AUP, and joined with me are my uh, three team members as well, who I'd ask them to introduce themselves.
I'll go first. Thank you, Prasanjit. My name is Rehan. I'm working as a deputy manager for operations. I will be connecting with a lot of you very soon. I'm very happy to see everyone here excited about this. Thank you. Siddharth, you can you go next?
Hello, hi everyone. A very good morning. It's really nice to see you all again, like for the fourth consecutive week, and I hope like you've been like joining for the previous 3 weeks as well. It's really nice to have you all here, and I hope that you'll get like really important information from this webinar. Thank you, and Utsav, you can go now.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Utsav. I'm the Deputy Manager for Outreach at the Lodha Genius Ashoka University program. Thanks a lot for joining us. Yeah, looking forward to conversing with all of you. Yeah, Prasenjit, back to you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Right. So before we start off with the webinar, I'll just give you a few more things. There are two features here. There is a Q&A option, which you can use to post your questions while the webinar is happening. So we'll broadly have some webinar content, and then we'll open the floor for questions while we are having the webinar and we are delivering the content. If you have any questions, we request you to post your questions in the Q&A box. Please do not post questions in the chat box because we will not be able to answer those questions. Uh, it becomes easier for us to answer each and every question easily in the Q&A box. After which, once the floor is open for questions, there is also a raise hand feature which you can use to ask your questions directly. So, and along with that, like if you have any questions related to the applications or something, we are already almost close to a month. since the applications have started. I hope all of you have already applied. If you have not, there's a link in the chat box which will help you, which you can click and go to the website and apply. If you have any questions and if you are in the process of submitting your applications, you can reach out to us on the email ID and or directly reach out to us on the helpline numbers which are mentioned in the chat. Before this, we have covered three set of webinars to just give an overview of the program, to talk about the application process and the test. If you have not attended any of those webinars and or you are joining here for the very first time, you can refer to the previous webinar recordings in the link that is mentioned in the chat. So just to start off, to give a context about Lodha Genius Ashoka University program, it's a collaboration between Lodha Foundation and Ashoka University. It's a fully funded program for grade group of 9 to grade 12. And uh, and it will have an interdisciplinary course experiences in STEM and beyond. We'll talk a little bit more about it as we progress. But just to, and it is a lot of it has also been mentioned in the previous webinar. But just to walk you through the key dates, the applications are open on December 1st. The applications will end on January 15th. So if you are yet to submit, I would suggest to submit it as soon as possible to avoid any technical glitch or any last minute technical issues towards the end of the applications. Once your applications are submitted, there would be an online test which will happen on 7th of February. The previous webinar we had elaborated in detail about what the test fee components would be, how the test portal is going to look like, and what preparations you need to do to appear for the test. After the test, the 4 week residential experience starts at Ashoka University, which is LGP on campus from mid-May to mid-June, followed by which there is a year-long engagement for the continued learning. Now, how to apply for the program? To just walk you through the eligibility and the selection process, students who are currently in grade 8 till grade 11 are eligible to apply across all boards, across any of the schools. That does not matter. As long as you fit in this criteria of grade 8 to grade 11, you are eligible to apply for the program. The selection process would broadly look like: you submit an application form, you will receive that registered email ID is something that you, and your application ID is something that you need to keep in handy, because that is the one that is going to be used for all the subsequent communication till till your intake happens for the program. After which you will receive a test link on the registered email ID. Once you're shortlisted, there would be an online interview. After that, there would be a selection to LGP student cohort. So pretty much straightforward process. To just give you some idea on how to apply, if you have not applied yet, you can visit www.lodhageniusprogram.com, and this is the website page, and you can click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, you need to fill in your details to register. There are two drop downs that you will see in the preferred program. One is Ashoka University program and the other one is ISER Pune. You have to, for this is, if you are in grade group of 9, 10, 11, you will be eligible for Ashoka University program. For grade group 8, 9, you will be eligible for both. But this webinar is more about LGAUP, and the details that are shared is about LGAUP. In the previous two webinars, we had given some overview of the ISER, so then you can just get well versed with what the two programs are, what are they offering, and make a choice accordingly. To walk you through how a journey of a students at Lodha Genius Ashoka University program looks like, the one that we had discussed before. It starts off with the on-campus engagement, which will be a 4 week intervention at Ashoka University. I'll delve slightly deeper into it in some time, followed by which there is year-long continued learning, where we offer one of the courses in STEM where you can delve deeper and engage with. The idea is for all the students to have still a hands-on and immersive learning experience, which comprises of field trips or working on a project. Along with that, since you all would be in grade 9 to grade 12, which will be crucial years in also defining your colleges or the careers that you choose for, there is a personalized mentorship avenue available. So, or if you have any of the ideas that you would want to take forward and build upon, there are those avenues as well. for you to get a personalized mentorship with a relevant subject matter expert. And lastly, once you are out of continued learning, for the students who keep demonstrating engagement and participation, are also provided opportunities at a national level and a global level to learn and engage with. For example, few of our students this year had gone to University of California, Santa Cruz, for a science internship program. Uh, uh, 10 of our students recently visited CERN in Geneva for to have an immersive learning experience, and they'll also be working on a capstone projects. And just to iterate, all of these are completely taken care by LGAUP, so there are no out of pocket expenses for you at all. So to just give you some more glimpse on campus engagement, because we are primarily, that is the first phase of the LGAUP. It has five set of interventions. One is the academic bridge program, which essentially includes uh, which is curated to improve your speaking skills and how to you present your ideas in an effective way. So, speaking effectively and communicating persuasively are the aspects that will be built on as a part of academic bridge program. It's a 5 day online classes which would happen before the LGAUP on campus starts. Followed by, there are science projects and workshops. The projects, the work, which of course you will have a wide variety to choose from. And it would all be for the science projects. It would slightly be hands-on. It would be lab-based. It would be experiment-based, and it would require you to engage it in a deeper way. Workshops, you'll be attending 4 workshops in a month, and it would be interdisciplinary in nature, combining 2 different topics. All of the workshops and projects that we will be offering are slightly different from what you would see in your school curriculum. With mathematics, it is slightly different from the textbook mathematics, which is essentially problem solving that most of you would have encountered in your school. This is most of mathematics and its application in real life. You will look at courses like integrating origami and mathematics, or mathematics in music, or how does mathematics is used in a simple game of playing cards. So that is basically how we'll be teaching mathematics in this aspect. With Great Idea Seminar, you will be joined by global researchers, thought leaders, and practitioners who would be coming and engaging directly with you, share their journey, and you would have an opportunity to speak directly to them or share your ideas as well. And lastly, with non-academic workshops, these are curated to build life skills in all our students. Workshops like financial literacy or design thinking are few of the examples of non-academic workshops that we will be covering. Now, these are broadly how the interventions are placed in the LGAUP on campus ecosystem. We will slightly now look at a narrow version and see how a day for an LGAUP student looks like. So, in the morning, you will have your mathematics classes for the junior track, science track, and math track as well. And once, so it would start, your day would typically start around 9:30, and you would have your mathematics classes in the morning. Once the classes are done, most likely right after mathematics class, on some of the days you would have Great Idea Seminar. Post Great Idea Seminar, you all will break out for lunch. And the second half of the day, which is roughly around 2:30, you would have your science workshops, science projects, and mathematics. So I suppose that if you have submitted your applications, there are 3 different tracks that you would have been aware of. So for the junior track, there would be science workshops. For the senior track, you would be in science projects. And students who have opted for mathematics track will have the different course of mathematics that would be offered in the afternoon. Once those classes are done after 5:30 or 6, it is slightly unstructured day. There are multiple avenues available at campus that you can do. You can engage in sports, you can visit library. If you are interested in dance discussions, it's an unstructured time. You can do whatever you prefer in those aspects. To give you some idea on the campus facilities that are available, there's library. There's 2 sets of library. There's one called HDFC Library, and the other is Shangvi Library. Shangvi Library essentially uh, would hold documents and resources mostly related to Haryana. since Ashoka is situated in Sonipat, Haryana. And HDFC Library is a wide resource of books ranging across different aspects. And there are two avenues also there. There are, of course, online physical books that you can get. There are also digital resources that are available, which is made available to all the LGAUP students. So you will have direct access to platforms like JSTOR or any like any other good uh, research repository aspects free of cost. There are no paywalls included because it is created for students who are associated with Ashoka University. Along with that, in the sports, there are multiple courts. There's badminton court, there's tennis, there's squash and basketball. There are football grounds for cricket, and there are football grounds and cricket ground as well. If you are interested, there's a gym, there's swimming pool, and then there are studios for yoga and dance. There's also computer lab as well. Although all the LGAUP students would have laptop, but if in case you wish to visit a computer lab, there's a dedicated computer lab as well for you to visit and do your work. So these are roughly how the campus facilities are placed. But along with that, like these are mostly the amenities. To Since it's a residential program, we'll just walk you through how your stay was going to be look like. So the image that you see is how any how your room would look like while you stay at Ashoka University. It's a twin sharing room. You will be placed with one of the roommates. Um, and the all the rooms in the residence halls are centrally air conditioned. There are table, chair, and a single bed along with a mattress and pillow that would be provided. Along with that, every residence hall has a fridge, an induction, uh, and a dedicated pantry area for if you wish to cook something. And along with that, every residence hall has a common lounge, where if you would want to gather with your friends to have a conversation and interaction, you can do that. Every residence hall also has a washing machine if in case you want to wash some of your essentials or something. And along with that, at the residence hall, you would have your wardens and matrons who you can reach out to for anything related to your stay, or if you would anything related to your stay. There would be teaching assistants who you can who will not only support you with your academic needs, but if in case you need any help in or any support in just navigating the campus aspects, they are there to help you out, because these are primarily undergraduate students at Ashoka and are well versed with the campus amenities and facilities. And lastly, you would have a roommate since it's a twin sharing basis room. So this is how roughly how your stay would look like. To just give you an overview of your food, there are four meals that would be provided. There is breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. All of them is served at a dining hall at Ashoka University. There is a dedicated dining space which is created for the LGAUP students during your on-campus engagement. So you will mostly uh, so all the meals would be provided there. Apart from the meals, there are 10 different outlets, the timings of which we'll communicate later on. But that is where you can use, and if you can, like, if you want to eat something else, you can, of course, have your meals there at your own expense. To just have a more overview on the medical services, there is a 24/7 infirmary that is available here. Ashoka also has tie-ups with hospitals nearby. So if a situation arises that they think that the patient can be dealt in a more better way, and it is required that they have to be taken out of infirmary, there are those hospital services available. Along with that, we also provide mental health support to all the LGAUP students. So if in case there's a requirement, there is also uh, counselor consultations, psychological support that we are providing to all the students. Lastly, to just give an overview of general services and facilities, there's a lost and found, which you can visit in case you have missed some of your belongings. There's a courier service for you to receive any of the parcel. There is housekeeping. So the stay wherever you are staying in your residence hall, that cleaning would be taken care by the housekeeping staff. There is laundry service. So when you arrive, we'll be providing you a laundry bag where you can put in your clothes and hand it over. There is a dedicated time when you are required to give your laundry bag and collect your laundry. Those dates we can specify closer to the program. But this is just to give you an overview that your laundry would be taken care at Ashoka University. There's an ATM and a mail room. Uh, Other facilities include something like a salon. There's a document center if in case you need any printouts or photocopy for any of your coursework or otherwise. There's a general provision store which would have which would store fruits, snacks, basically anything else that you would need. And along with that, there's a stationery store if in case you want to buy anything. And lastly, there's the common lounge that I mentioned about the residence hall. There's television placed there if in case you want to do any streaming of matches or just want to watch a movie or something along those lines. So that is broadly how the campus facilities at Ashoka are placed. I think we'll take a pause now. That is broadly that we wanted to cover. We'll open the floor for questions now. Uh, Rehan, are there any recurring questions that are there that I can address? And then, if in case you have any more questions, you can directly now raise hands and ask here.
There are no recurring questions as such, but Bhavika has raised her hand. I'll just allow her to talk.
Perfect. Yes.
Bhavika, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I have a question about, let's say I have a medical condition. So how will
Mhm.
the person address it? Like, I'm having diabetes. So if I am in the campus, so how will I be supported with the team?
Right. So one is that there is one aspect that we would share also closer to program to ask if there are any medical conditions that you have. So one is that that medical condition would also be shared with the infirmary team beforehand. The second is there are also avenues for you to let us know if there is any way in which you require support from the program team or the staff. And since and accordingly, your warden, your dedicated matron can be briefed of that. So, and there are also avenues that in case you have any specific support that can be taken care of. Because we do have, like we had a team member who had diabetes and who was working with us and it was well taken care of. So there would be avenues. There would also be a pre-medical condition that would be shared beforehand with the infirmary. So if in case even if there is a requirement to visit, the doctor should be aware of it, and you can of course also tell them with the condition. Does
Okay.
that answer your question, or do you have anything specific
No,
in
sir,
mind?
that answers my question. Thank you.
Perfect. All right.
Vikasini, can you please unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, where we will be staying, and whether we will be staying with our friends, like from our school or from other people, I mean, with other people.
I mean, you'll be staying with a fellow LGAUP student. Uh, so the mapping would be done mostly on a random allocation. But we'll try to place students from similar grades together. So you may or may not be paired with your friend.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Tushti, can you please go ahead?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was wanting to ask you, is it compulsory to stay there on campus or is it like we can do online? Because we are
No.
staying in Rajkot. So, I was a bit worried about this difference.
So we would have students coming from all parts of India, right from extreme south of Kerala to Kashmir and remotest regions in Kashmir. So that shouldn't be an issue. all the students are required to stay at on campus for all the 4 weeks. So that is something that is the design component of the program. So there are no avenues for students to attend it online.
Okay, so to come and stay there on campus, it is compulsory, right?
Yes, and the travel and everything, like, of course, you will have to make the travel arrangement, but the cost of your travel would be taken care by LGAUP. Which
Okay.
means, so like, the travel to Delhi, and from Delhi we have dedicated shuttle services for students to uh, come from Delhi to the Ashoka University campus.
And sir, what will be the duration to stay on the campus?
4 weeks,
4 weeks.
mid-May to mid-June.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
thank you.
Rajiv, Mr. Rajiv Bhargav, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, I have a question. Like, can students carry their laptops? They will be carrying their own laptops, or will they be having access to mobile phone also?
They will be having access to mobile phones. They are required to carry their own laptops for the coursework, because a lot of course would require them to do research and to work on projects. So laptop is needed. So they are allowed with all of those avenues.
Any list? And sir, any list if you can share, like what all items they can carry, like mobile, as you said that they should carry the laptop and phone, and how the parents can meet these students, like how we can during this period. Is there any specific duration time period when parents can speak to the child?
Right. So there are, I mean, you can speak to your child via phone. Students are also free to carry any electronic devices that they like. We do not allow parents to meet the students. That is also with the reason that a lot of the students would be moving out from their home for the first time for this long. And not all students would also have not all parents would also have the access and the resources to come and visit their child. So we do not also want to make students who do not have or do not come from that background to feel missed out, or an added emotional aspect. So that is with that aspect, we do not allow parents to visit students until and unless it's absolutely necessary and it's an emergency. But apart from that, which is like which has to be prior written and approved by the program team.
Okay, so we can only speak to them over the phone.
Yes.
Okay. Any list of items they should carry?
The list of items, yes. The list of items we will be sharing. There is a program handbook that we share with all the students, like, I mean, the selected cohort of LGIUP. So that we will be sharing very closer to the program, where there would be a dedicated set of webinars also for the selected candidates. So that will also, so be rest assured that all those things will be taken care. Just that we are not sharing it right now.
Hi, before I let everyone else in, I've also shared the registration webinar for the registration link for the next webinar. You can check it out later. I'll be sharing this link on the chat again. Arish Bose, can you please unmute yourself?
All right. In the meantime, can we let someone else in?
Vedant Raj. Vedant, can you please unmute?
Hey, hi. This is Vedant's mother.
Hello.
So I just wanted to know what will be the curriculum for the online test. Sorry, I joined a bit late.
Uh, so there are basically three sections. Depends on which class is your ward in.
He's in ninth class.
Right. So there would be three sections. One would have general aptitude, which will have situational social reasoning questions. The second is scientific aptitude, which will test some of the like scientific inquisitiveness of the student. So there would be some science-based circumstance, along with that, there would be options. It would not necessarily be mapped with the school curriculum that is there. And lastly, there is basic mathematics, which would have questions that would test logical reasoning, pattern recognition, and some basic concepts that are used in mathematics. So that is how the three sections are placed. It's a 60-minute test, and there would be 60 questions in total. We have not covered much on the test aspect in this webinar. It was covered extensively in the previous webinar. I guess there's a playlist that is shared in the chat window. You can also refer to that to just visit the webinar recording for the previous one to learn more about the test.
Okay. And are there any sample papers or anything of that sort?
There are no sample papers. There is a test handbook. Test handbook that we will share soon. We'll upload it on the website, which would have some sample questions on how, and that you can use as a benchmark to just see what to expect.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pulkit Singhal.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I had a few questions. If you have to just stay there permanently for 4 weeks, for an example, during that time, if I have my football matches of my youth league in that same amount of time on my Saturdays or Sundays, so can I leave the campus for a few hours or that particular day?
So Pulkit, these are like case to case basis. Closer to time, you can write to us, and that would require a specific approval. Right now, we are not setting that as a norm from the program team. So based on the case, we'll evaluate, have a follow-up conversation since it's a very contextual need. So basis that it may be approved or it may not be approved.
Okay.
But all of these special requests would require a permission from the program team. So that we will deal it on a case to case basis.
Okay, thanks.
Sifat Kohli.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Yes. Hi.
Thank you for so patiently answering everyone's questions. I actually have a little query. You have mentioned about that the children can purchase their own food or their supplies. I just wanted to know, is it that the parents deposit the money over there, which the kids get some band or a card or something that they access on, or do they carry physical money or ATM cards?
Either is fine. I think UPI is the best way forward since all of the students would also be having phones with themselves. You can perhaps either add it to their wallet, or you can just they can have be a bank account and make UPI payments. UPI payments would be the most feasible. I don't remember paying via cards at the outlets. So some outlets may have it, some of them may not.
So the school canteen is also linked with like UPI.
The dining aspect, the dining that we are providing, there no payment is required because that is taken care by us. So there is no payment in those. Rest of the outlets would have their own aspect. They would accept cash, of course. Some of the outlets would also accept cards. And UPI is, of course, there.
Thank you for making me aware that UPI, we live in the UPI world now. So perfect. All right. Thank you. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Vijay Kumar Talreja, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, hi Prasanjit. Just
Hello.
wanted to check that are we allowed to come and drop the children to the campus initially while they are coming for the course?
Yes. All the parents are allowed to drop their students, their wards, and they can also come to collect them while on the day when students depart.
Okay.
So you'll be allowed to enter the campus on the day of moving in. You can also visit your child's room to just help them get settled. There is also campus tour that is organized for all the parents to just have a view at the campus. So that all would be there.
But you have to obviously return on the same day. You cannot spend even one night.
No, you cannot spend day at campus. You have to return on the same day.
Okay. And one more thing is if they are coming on their own, so you mentioned about this shuttle. So they will be picked up directly from the airport, or do they need to reach somewhere from where they will get the shuttle?
No, they'll be directly picked from the airport or railway station. uh, wherever they arrive at, and then the cab or the shuttle bus would bring them to Ashoka University.
Okay, and on the reimbursement for the travel, you mentioned that you can travel by any mode of transport, including flight, rail, road, right? Your test is on
Yes,
7th. By when would the results come out? Because you would typically do a booking only once you know that you are selected, right?
you can expect. So after test, there is also an online interview. So we will be providing a confirmation by end of March to first week of April.
Okay, so as soon as you get a confirmation, you can go ahead and book your ticket, and whatever be the fare, that will be reimbursed, right?
Yes,
There
for
is
all the
no,
domestic flights.
yeah, but there's no limit or anything like that on that, right?
No, no limit.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Prasanjit.
Yeah, thank you.
Natik, can you please go ahead?
So, good morning, everyone. I have two doubts related to the interview and the mode of transportation. Firstly, in the interview, what parameters you will be judging the students?
Natik, can you please repeat?
Uh, I have the doubt related to the interview and that on what parameters you will be judging the students.
Okay, I think Prasanjit is gone for now. Uh, for at the interview will not only judge your subject knowledge, it will also see your intent for joining the program. It will be largely based on what your motivations to join the program are. It will be a short telephonic interview. It might also be a just a minute. It might also be a video call if I'm not wrong, but will largely stick to telephonic interviews.
Okay, and the second thing is that if we offer I I have to ask for that mode of transportation that the for the mode of transportation your team will look for that or we have to just book the flight or the train and you will just look for the
Exactly.
fees.
So what we'll do is if you come from say Mumbai, you'll have to book your transport from Mumbai to Delhi. From Delhi to Sonipat, Haryana to the Ashoka University, we will be providing you modes of transportation, but the flights and the trains you'll have to book yourself, which will be reimbursed later.
Okay, thank you.
Uh, Krish, Laishram, Krish, can you please go ahead?
Hello, sir. I'm from Manipur and I want to know about how can I be able to join Lodha GS, sir, from a test or something else?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Is your question how do I join LGAUP? Is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For a test or something else, sir.
So there's a test and you have to submit an application form and there is then test. We have covered this in the beginning of this webinar, but I think we can reshare the webinar recordings in the chat. And
Oh,
Chris, you can refer to them, the first webinar and the second webinar to have like all the three gives an overview of uh, how to join and what the program is.
and sir, please one more question, sir. I'm preparing for my board, so what should I study for the test, sir?
There is not dedicated preparation per se. Which grade are you currently in?
10th.
10th. So once you
Yes.
submit your application, they will have an option to select science track and math track.
Oh.
For mathematics track, if you choose to select, there would be some preparation required for the advanced mathematics section because that will test your mathematical aptitude at a conceptual level. Rest of it would be mostly general aptitude. So there's no dedicated preparation that I would suggest. Uh, We will share a test handbook which would have some sample questions. You can refer to them perhaps to just get a clearer sense on what type of questions are usually asked. That should take care of the preparation, but no curriculum or something that is there.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right.
Chanchala Kumari, can you please go ahead? Unmute yourself.
Yes, so I had this question that I'm in 10th grade right now, but during application, it asked me how much percentage have you got in your board exam or something like that. But I haven't written my board exam till now. It is in Feb. So what will I put there?
I suppose the question is what percentage did you receive in your previous grade or something, if I am not wrong. In that, like in any of that circumstance, you can just post any of the recent exams that you have given, the percentage of it. Just
Yes.
that exam should have a mark sheet to attest the input. So whichever is the latest exam for which you have the mark sheet, you enter scores for that.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Are there any questions in the Q&A section as well, which
Mostly
you think?
regarding tests and travel.
Okay, anything that I should address in the webinar?
Let me get back to you about that after Rupa.
Yeah,
Rupa, can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, sir.
Hello.
As you mentioned, you'll be sharing the sample questions. So when you're going
I will not be able to confirm a precise timeline for that right currently, but we'll try and get it uploaded as soon as possible.
Hi, Prasanjit. So, a large number of questions here is regarding which part of the journey will get reimbursed, and which part of the journey they'll have to book themselves. Which is I think a question we just answered. But can you just quickly repeat?
Yes. So just to give context, your 4 week stay is going to be at Ashoka University, right? For that, you need to come to Delhi and you need to travel from Delhi to come like back to your home place. So those two tickets for your commute to Delhi and your commute from Delhi has to be booked by the parents. Once you book the tickets, it can be via road, it can be via railway, it can be via flight, whichever is the most convenient option for you. You will be asked to upload your tickets to us. Basis your tickets and the timings at which your flight lands or your train arrives, we will be providing shuttles. I mean, it could be a cab, it would be a shared cab with few of the other fellow students who will also be coming. Parents can, of course, accompany their kids to the Ashoka University. Since that arrangement is made by us, there is no reimbursement involved. But once you share your travel details with us, we will get it reimbursed after the program ends. So you can expect that reimbursement sometime in the month of July or before mid-August. I hope that answers it. Can we let other rest and
Kanan
participants
Mehta.
in?
Kanan, can you please unmute?
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everybody. I just have a quick question. How
Good
many
morning.
total kids gets accepted? Like the grade wise, maybe in ninth grade, if the child is there, how many total number of kids will be there from the grade 9?
So a grade-wise selection criteria is something that would be difficult to address right now. But roughly, it is a cohort size of 300 students, and there are three different tracks. So accordingly, we make the split. But we do not usually communicate the specific student size of each grade.
So if because grade 9 student will be they will have less knowledge of a math concept than compared to the 10th grade student, right? So that is the
Right.
question.
So when the student selections would happen, a grade 9 student will only be compared with the fellow grade 9 students and so on and so forth. So there will not be a comparison with the test of grade 9 or grade 10 or something. Uh, so it will be like very much within their peer group itself that the students scores, the test scores and the test performance and everything would be compared.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Tushti, do you have a new question, Tushti?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Sir, my question was like right now my child is in grade 9. She just started with it. So, like you have told that there will be science, there will be mathematics, there will be all the facilities by your side. But what was my confusion is like how we will know what child is going to like in which direction the child is going. So, what will be your like study pattern?
So every course, so basically, I mean, it would also be there. So one is that uh, once the students are selected, you will receive a course outline for all the workshops that would be offered for LGAUP 2026. That gives you an idea of what the curriculum is. B, the student learning experience, you can constantly keep in touch with the students to just understand what they are learning and everything. I mean, what they are doing while they are at on campus. And the third aspect is that every workshops or the courses that they are part of would undergo an evaluation. So basis the evaluation is something that we share with the parents as well. I mean, we share it with the students, and of course, parents can have a look at it. So that will give you an idea of what are they going to study, what are they studying, and what have they learned.
Okay, so you will be like telling like right now you shared some time before that some of your students have went abroad also. So you will be telling us that
Yes,
my child is fair enough or doing good enough with science or maths or any other activity, right?
yes, yes. So that the feedback would be objective. We don't conclude that XYZ is good at
Yeah, yeah.
XYZ things or something.
But you will be
So
showing us the the way out.
of course, in any of the capacity, if there is a specific need, I mean, there would also be some of the questions where more than us, there are other people who are more informed to address it. So we'll also be connecting if there is a specific need on what you seek support with to connect with relevant people, and they can also perhaps be better positioned to guide.
So basically, if we want to, just conclude it, so you are just brightening up our children's for a better future, right? Then it is our wish that
Yes,
what we want to go ahead or not, right?
yes, that is
Like,
correct.
right, like it will be done in the vacation period. So it is like an additional for our children's, right? Like nothing hard and fast.
I mean, it requires a year-long commitment. It would be fairly rigorous for them. But like, of course, when we are also curating continued learning, which is a year-long engagement or on campus, we are also keeping in mind that students have an academic obligation as well at their schools. So, but in all those aspects apart, like to engage with it would requires significant time and effort from students as well.
So, sir, how come year long? The rest of the sessions or rest of the time will be online?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Saloni Buratkar, can you please
Yeah,
unmute?
this Saloni's parent here, Yogesh.
Hello.
Thanks for all the information that you have shared till now. I have two questions. One is about the certification. Will there be any certificate that will be issued at the end of 1 month residential program, or will it be at the end of the year?
There is one paid available at the end of the program,
Okay,
at the end of on campus. And once students successfully complete the continued learning as well, they would get another certificate.
okay. And will there be any feedback kind of synopsis or a one-on-one session with the parents just to let know how the student has fared in some of the subjects, or um, how her progress has been, or which inclination the student is good at, something like that?
Which inclination the student is good at, or one-on-one conversation is something that is slightly difficult for us to currently do, because we also have roughly around 300 students coming in.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is difficult, and more than us, it is faculty members who are directly engaging with the students, and these are also faculty members coming from all across the country,
Mhm.
world. So for them as well to provide. But what we do is we give an individual feedback to all the students.
Okay. Understood. And at the end of
And
the
that
year
would
is,
also have
sorry,
Hmm.
go ahead, sir.
that would cover how their performance and assessment was, what kind of engagement and participation are they demonstrating, and everything.
Okay. And at the end of the year, is there any kind of exam that again gets conducted, or? Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
hi. Sorry, I think Prasenjit has lost the connection again. Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, yeah. So at the end of the year, is there any another exam that will be conducted for the students?
No, there are no such exams conducted for students at the end of the year. At the end of the year, at the end of the continued learning, students do submit their final presentations, but that will be based on only a single subject that they choose to learn online.
Okay, so this presentation has to be at the university, or this will be like an online,
It'll all be online.
individual?
It'll all be online.
Online, but
Yes.
individual or a group presentation kind of thing?
That depends
That
on the
depends on
instructor.
course to course. It
Okay.
depends on the course. It depends on how the instructor is placing. It may be online. It may be, it may be individual. It may be a group.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rajiv, can you please go ahead?
Sir, I have a question. Like, will you communicate the marks also after the assessment test? Like, how much the
You
student
mean
has
the
scored?
online test?
Yeah, online test.
No.
So
Only
what?
the short. There would be either an invite to interview, or we'll let the candidate know that they have not been shortlisted.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Vedanti, can you please go ahead?
We have registered for both the program. Hello?
Hello.
Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes.
Actually, we have registered for both the program for ISER and for Ashoka. Actually, I thought there is a two separate program. So does she disqualify
It
only for this reason?
it is two separate programs. They will not be disqualified, but I would suggest, but they cannot appear for or attend both the programs. It has to be one.
Actually, we have filled up both the forms. So now what?
You can you can perhaps write to the email ID that is mentioned in the chat, stating your context and asking the team to, and requesting the team to continue with either one of the program. It could be either the ICER one or the Ashoka University. And I hope that the team should be able to make changes at their backend.
What is the difference between both the program ISER and Ashoka?
That we have covered in the previous webinar. You can refer to the webinar recording, which is webinar 2 and webinar 3, either of them, to just know the difference between it.
Webinar 2 and 3. When?
There is a playlist that is shared in the chat. We can share it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Hi,
you.
Vedanti. I'm sharing those in chat with you.
All right. We have almost 5 minutes left. Are there any other questions in Q&A which are recurring? Maybe Utsav, Siddharth, if you can see and just let me know if there are anything that I need to address here. In the meantime, Rehan, if there are any raised hands that we can just answer.
Sharayu Borate. Sharayu.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so my question was regarding interviews. Like, what is the duration of interview, or like it will vary from individual to individual?
It's a 30-minute interview.
So, like for everyone, it will be for 30 minutes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pulkit, if you
Prasandeep,
have a new
some
question.
Yeah, so
recurring questions are like about what is the cutoff, like how will you get selected for the interview, those sort of things. Like what is the
So
minimum criteria?
cutoff.
Yeah, yeah.
Cutoff selection for interview are internal processes. Uh, that is something that we will not be able to disclose. To just give an idea, the test, we have already elaborated more on what it would test you on. The second thing is because the performance, I mean, the test scores and how you perform at the test is also going to be relative. There are no absolute scores. To tell cutoff right now is difficult. Regarding the online test, like the online interview, it is also going to test more about your motivation, commitment, past experiences. So based on that, again, there would be a selection. To communicate right now is something that we will not be able to. And we don't do communicate about a test scores or the interview scores or something else as well, or the providing an interview feedback. So we as a program team have a norm to not do that. But I hope this give you some idea on what an online interview would conduct, what a test would conduct. Like, uh, yes, Rehan.
Anis Sai. Anis, can you please go ahead?
What are the timings for the test as I'm currently having pre-finals?
Yeah, so the test would be slightly flexible. There's a time window. It will start sometime in the morning and will be available till evening. It's a 1 hour test, so at any time you can log in and appear for the test. Any time during on 7th of Feb.
Vikasini, if you have a new question, please go ahead.
So what is pass cutoff?
Sorry?
Like if you have to pass the exam, like what is the cutoff that we have to
I've
get?
just addressed that question that there's no cutoff. We do not disclose cutoff.
Most of the questions on the chat is also the same. It's about
the cutoffs?
For the cutoff and the test date. So to answer most of your questions, that test date currently is the 7th of Feb.
So if you, for all the participants, you can perhaps take a screenshot of this slide that you can see right now. These are the dates that you have to keep in mind, and this is how roughly the timelines are there. Regarding the cutoff, to just reiterate again, we will not be sharing the online test cutoff at this point. I don't think cutoff is also something that you should worry about at this point. And I would suggest to just appear for the test, do your best, because and whatever may come the result, either it would be an experience in either of the circumstance. All right. Are there any more questions? Are there any more raised hands?
We have a repeating raised hand. We have Rajiv Bhargav.
Okay.
Rajiv, go ahead.
So we'll take this one last question. We are almost nearing 12 now. It's 11:59. We can take one or two more questions.
Rajiv, can you unmute yourself?
Sir, sorry, we did not lower our hand, so there was no further question.
All right. For participants who have already asked their questions and are done, can you please lower your hands as well so that we are
Yeah. So
able to.
Arbaz is new. Arbaz, can you please go ahead? Arbaz, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Okay. Can we let someone else in, Rehan?
I think Arbaz is here. Arbaz, can you speak?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
So, so my question was related to the on-campus activities. So, like, our exams are usually conducted in that period of time. Like, I am from Jammu and Kashmir, so our midterm exams are usually usually held in that period. So, what what could we do?
So in that case, Arbas, like if you are selected for the LGAUP cohort, you can write to us. Few of our students who have had exams while the on-campus was going had appeared for exams from Ashoka University, and the school authorities have agreed to be able to do that. I hope something along those lines can be accommodated at with your school as well, except for board exams because that cannot be done. So that is broadly how we look at it.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, all right, we'll take one last question.
Sniti, can you please unmute yourself? Sniti.
So, good morning, sir.
Good
So I
morning.
have a question that what will be the test would be mostly about, means what kind of questions will be included in it?
Right. So Sniti, this was covered extensively in the previous webinar. You can refer to that webinar recording to just have a look at it. Uh, that should address all of your queries regarding the test and what questions to expect.
Okay, sir. I'll check it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So we have reached the end of the webinar. We'll have to take a hard pause here. Thank you everyone for joining. But before you leave, if you still have questions about the program, about the application process, about the test, you can write to us on our email IDs or call our helpline numbers mentioned in the chat. Secondly, if in case there are a lot of the questions that you have at this point would have already been covered in either this webinar or our previous webinars. So you can please refer to the webinar playlist that is being shared right now in the chat to just look at the webinar recording. This current webinar recording would be shared with you all soon. I perhaps by tomorrow or day after on your registered email ID, the email ID by which you used for registration for this webinar. So that should also, if in case you have missed out on any of the content of the webinar, you can go back and listen to it. And lastly, if you have applied, all the best, and like we'll see you in the upcoming webinar, which also the registration for the upcoming webinar is shared in the chat. Um, and lastly, if you are yet to apply for the program, you can use this QR code to just visit the application and apply. It roughly takes 5 to 7 minutes for you to complete your application. So please do that. And that's about it. Thank you so much again for joining and hope you have a nice day.